The movie opens with a dramatic shot of a space capsule crashing into the ocean. Rescue teams rush in immediately and pull astronaut Sam out of the wreckage before taking her straight to the hospital. Soon her medical report reveals something shocking. Before entering Earth's atmosphere, Sam's capsule had collided with something mysterious in space. Whatever it was tore right through the capsule and cracked her helmet. It could have been a meteor, or something not human, but Sam has no memory of the event at all. When she wakes up in the hospital, she feels dizzy and nauseous, and she watches random objects float in the air around her. The doctor calms her down, explaining that these strange symptoms are just after effects of prolonged space travel. Her arms and legs are bruised and injured, but they will heal. However, she cannot leave quarantine until scientists finish testing the unusual particles found on her suit and capsule. They fear that a spaceborne virus might have entered Earth through her. Sam undergoes multiple tests, but despite returning after a long mission, she isn't even allowed to hug her family. After several days, she is transferred to a secure safe house owned by her father, Major, where she can recover away from the media. Her assistant Michelle warns her that she may continue experiencing odd symptoms, headaches, hallucinations, and nosebleeds. She also advises Sam not to report every tiny symptom to the doctors. Otherwise, they might delay clearing her for the next mission. Doctors will visit daily, and she has 2 months to fully recover. If she fails, she will be forced into retirement. Once everyone leaves, Sam begins settling into the house. A headache strikes immediately, but her temperature and blood pressure remain normal. Only the wound on her hand looks worse, darkening around the edges. As she organizes her belongings, her nose suddenly starts bleeding, but she dismisses it as expected. While speaking to a friend on the phone, Sam suddenly goes silent, staring out the window for a long time. When she snaps back, she says she saw something outside, but couldn't tell what it was. Her friend warns her not to mention such things to the doctors, or they will never clear her for future missions. But the audience sees the truth. There really is a shadowy figure in the backyard. After the call, Sam hears strange sounds in the house. Lights flicker, and when she steps into the backyard, she finds the gate open, muddy footprints on the ground, and furniture knocked over. A dark shadow darts into the woods. Scared, she throws a rock into the trees, but nothing comes out. Suddenly, she hears a deafening scream and collapses, experiencing visions of a nighttime crash site and herself running from something terrifying. The scene cuts and she wakes up in bed with no memory of what happened. Her hand wound has worsened. The next morning, while cooking, she sees an egg floating in midair. When she touches it, it doesn't drop until her team unexpectedly arrives. The egg immediately falls. During their test, Sam reports her leg pain as only a mild cramp, though the scan shows something worse. Michelle apologizes for the intense tests, but insists they are vital for documenting every change in Sam's condition. Sam wants to tell Michelle about the shadow she keeps seeing, but convinces herself it must be a hallucination. When the team leaves, Sam returns to the woods. As soon as she steps in, the terrifying noise returns. Once it stops, she finds a wire hidden under rocks. Following it, she discovers a fake rock with a camera inside, then more cameras scattered throughout the forest. Horrified, she runs but crashes into a tree and blacks out. She later wakes up in her bed. Her father explains that he came when she didn't answer her phone and called a search team when she was missing. When Sam asks about the cameras, the Major hesitates, then reveals the truth. The house sits on top of a secret military facility. He didn't tell NASA because he didn't think it mattered. The underground bunker can monitor every outdoor camera and generate its own power, locking itself in emergencies. When they check the camera's forest feeds are glitching. After everyone leaves, Sam notices her hand getting worse and sends a picture to her doctor, who simply tells her to apply ice. That night, while relaxing in the jacuzzi, strange winds rise and stop abruptly. Noises return from the forest. She runs back inside where lights flicker again. When she steps outside to check, she senses someone standing near the gate. She turns and sees a shadowy figure. The house lights stabilize and Sam rushes out, but finds nothing. Suddenly, the house AI announces an intruder alert and triggers full lockdown. Metal shields slam shut over every window and door. Sam is trapped. She tries calling her father, but the network is dead. Then she hears the deafening sound again. She runs toward the bunker, but something races past her on the stairs. Inside, the bunker power won't activate. A handle moves on its own until she shines her flashlight on it. When she goes upstairs, something bangs loudly, making her drop the flashlight. A monstrous hand appears on the window, a hand that looks nothing like a human's. Terrified, Sam flees back to the bunker. She turns on the monitors and finally sees the creature clearly. It isn't human. It is something alien. The lights flicker, the creature vanishes, and the cameras shut off. The next morning, her father arrives with the team and ends the lockdown. When she mentions that the bunker generators don't work, he promises to repair them and asks what happened. She tries explaining but refuses to go into detail. When they check the CCTV from last night, No creature appears, only flickering screens. Her father chalks it up to hallucinations and warns her not to let fear ruin her readiness for the next mission. Sam scans the house again and sees only her family and the security team inside. She takes a walk in the woods with her family, unaware that her daughter has wandered off. They find her holding a dead bird just before eerie noises echo through the forest. Birds burst into the sky in a massive swarm. Terrified, they run back to the house, lock themselves in, and hide as birds violently attack the building until they all drop dead, leaving sticky residue everywhere. Sees blood and discovers that the wound has spread. Her toenail falls off in her hand. She screams. The wound throbs and she puts ice on it. NASA experts arrive later and dismiss it as climate-related behavior. Sam's daughter and husband are sent home again. Left alone, Sam feels pain in her foot, removing her shoe. At night, noises return. She barricades the backyard door and searches online for explanations. She learns about magnetic interference causing insect death, strange patterns on human skin, and how people mistakenly link these signs to aliens. Looking at these pictures, she finds the same patterns on her own body, one large mark now stretching across her waist. Suddenly, the lights flicker. Someone is outside. She triggers the alarm and runs into the bunker. Lockdown begins again. As she heads downstairs, she hears the monstrous noise. Pain shoots through her back and she falls. When she touches the injury, a strange white gel oozes out instead of blood. Her phone is smashed. Noises echo from upstairs. She turns on the security feed and discovers someone else is inside the house. When the screens glitch, she sees the creature inside the building, and not just one. 3 more heat signatures appear. There are 4 creatures total. She hits a button for defense, but it only releases a gas flare, attracting the monsters. She hides behind a kitchen cupboard and sees the creature's glowing body reflected in the oven surface. Another creature enters. She slips away into the bathroom and barricades it. Her glowing wounds pulse with pain. She unwraps her hand and finds it covered in white luminous gel. The creatures approach the bathroom. Sam breaks open a vent and crawls out. Meanwhile, her husband arrives after getting her last call. Seeing the lockdown, he panics. His daughter gets out of the car and points toward a bright light glowing in the forest. Inside, Sam is spotted by a creature and barely escapes. She finds a hidden door leading to a dark underground hallway. Her wounds glow even brighter in the darkness, just like the alien's bioluminescence. She climbs a staircase and escapes through a hatch in the woods. As she runs, more than half her body begins glowing. The deafening alien sounds surround her. Nearby, her husband calls out, but she cannot hear him. Her father arrives with the army, warning everyone that they're dealing with a powerful unknown threat. They break into the bunker and find everything destroyed. Sam is gone. Sam runs through the woods exhausted as monsters close in on her. Finally, she stops and pleads for mercy. A creature emerges. For the first time, we see it clearly. It gently lifts her face and speaks in its alien language. Sam understands it. Another creature approaches and says they have missed her deeply. Confused, Sam demands answers. The female alien reveals the truth. Sam belongs to them. Sam refuses to believe, but when the alien touches her forehead, her memories return. She remembers coming to Earth with her alien family for research, being hunted by the military, and using a device to transform herself into a human to survive. A human soldier, the man she now calls Dad, found her and adopted her. As Sam processes everything, the army surrounds them. Her daughter stares at her glowing form in shock. Sam assures her she won't be harmed. Another twist is revealed. Her adoptive father knew her origins all along and adopted her as part of a plan to capture the aliens and trade their technology to NASA for promotion. He orders the army to attack, but Sam transforms fully into her alien form. Her husband attacks the major, telling Sam to run and save her real family. Unable to fire with his own family in the line of fire, the major fails. Sam and her alien family escape onto their ship and take off. In the end, Sam finally returns to her true home, her real family, as the movie concludes.